So we learned how to draw the polygon using a histogram. For that we got real limits on the x-axis and frequencies on the y-axis, and drew the histogram, marked the midpoints, joined them, and we learn how to touch the x-axis also. Now the second method, how to draw a frequency polygon using the midpoints. Right? We are not going to take real limits, but we are going to take the midpoints of the classes. So we are on the x-axis, we are going to take midpoint. Here on the x-axis, we are going to take what? Midpoints. Earlier we got real limits. Now we are taking midpoints, and on the y-axis we are taking frequencies, number of students. Right? The difference here is only here. Right? We are taking midpoints. Now, if they give you the classes like this, here they have given the classes in row limits. Usually take 25 to 29 as the lowest class and prepare a frequency distribution. Likewise. And so we have to build up all the classes. And if you are going to draw the polygon using midpoints, you will have to find the midpoints in this column. How to get the midpoints? We'll learn how to get the midpoints now, right? We'll take this one, 25 to 29. What's the midpoint of this class? 25 to 29. What you have to do? You have to add these two together and divide the total by 2. Then you will get the midpoint. What is that? 20, 25 plus 29, that is 4, 14, 54. We have to divide this by 2. That will be 2, 7, 27. We'll put it here, 27. What's the next one? 30 to 34. What do you have to do? Have to add these two together. 30 plus 34. 4, 6. What is that? Yeah, then we'll have to divide this by 2. 32. Put it here, 32. Then we'll take this one. 35 plus what? 39. That will be 74. Divide that by 2. 37. We'll put 37 here. You can do like that also, right? By getting all the midpoints like this. But there's one easy method. What is that? Now, first get the midpoint of one class. We'll say this one, you get the answer as 27. You put it here, 27, right? Now, can you remember how you built up these classes, this side and this side? You put 29 here and then 29. What's the class size here? It's 5. 29 minus 25, that is 4, plus 1, 5. So you put 29 here, we'll take 29, this one, we are not getting the midpoints now, right? At 29, then how did you get this one? 29, count 5, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Remember how you counted? You write this one without the written one, you count 5. Likewise, you can do with the midpoints also. First, 77. It's correct, right? So how can you get the midpoint? You have to calculate the midpoint of one class, and the way then you will have to build up the midpoints like this, taking the class size, just like you build up the classes. Right? If they give you the highest value, then deduct the class size this way. Sometimes you can get a pattern, sometimes you don't. Right? Anyway, you have to do like that. Understood how to get the midpoints? Okay. Then, if you get the, now here we got the row limits. If you get these in real limits, what to do? They don't give the row limits, but they give take 24.5 to 29.5 as the lowest class and build up the frequency distribution table. This one as the lowest class. In this case, the same method, right? Now what is this one? Calculate one midpoint. How to get the midpoint of this class? 24.5 plus 29.5. What is that? 0, 1 is there, so 14, 54. Divide 54 by what? 2. It is 2, same, 7. So it's 27. Put 27. Now we'll take this one, 29.5 to 34.5. Calculate 29.5 plus 34.5. 0, 1, 4, 64. 64 divided by 2, 32. So you can notice that for row limits and also for real limits, the midpoints are the same. 27, 32 likewise. 27, 32 likewise. Right? Without looking at this, can you say the values? Similarly, right? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Then 32 is there. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Like 37, then 37. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Right. Then you can continue. Once again, see whether there is a pattern. 32, 37, 42, 47, 52, 57, 62, 67, 72, 77. Okay, if you want, you can check the last one. What is that? 74.5. 74.5 plus 79.5. 0, 1, 4, 154. Divide this by 2, 7, for 14, 7. 77. Okay, so that's the way to get the midpoint. Calculate the midpoint of one class and add all the add values according to the class size. If they give you the highest class, then deduct values from the highest class. Okay, so complete your midpoints in all the tables, right? 5 past paper questions. All right. Now, why did we calculate these midpoints? For what? To draw the to draw the polygon using midpoints. Now we have to take the midpoints on the x-axis. Now we know how to get the midpoints. Alright. We have calculated the midpoints, right? This is our common example. I showed this to you to show you. Now I ask you to take 8 columns. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you have completed all 8 columns. Today we calculated the midpoints to draw the frequency polygon, right? So to draw the frequency polygon, we have to use midpoints on the x-axis and frequencies on the y-axis. For that we'll have to take out these midpoints and frequencies separately and draw another table like this. Midpoints and frequencies. That's what we need, right? Now, midpoints. What are these midpoints? Marks or students? Real limits, row limits, midpoints, all these are marks. So the marks come on the x-axis, right? So this is our x-axis. And frequencies are the students. So frequencies, the students, they come on the y-axis. Now we have to draw the graph. Remember, when you drew the histogram, you scaled the y-axis. What did you do for that? You found the highest value and the lowest value. Then you decided how to scale, whether to take 1 by 1, 2 by 2, like that, including these 2 values, right? So I'm not going to explain this, already you know how to get the frequencies. Now if we take this x, we have to scale the x-axis, right? Earlier when drawing the histogram, as you can remember, we took the 24.5 as the lowest value and 79 as the highest value. We didn't take 29.5 because there was this value, 24.5 lower than 29.5. So this one and this one, right? This is the lowest, this is the highest. In this case, we have only one column, right? Now what is the lowest value here? 27. And the highest value? 77. Right? You don't have to decide whether to take 1 by 1, 2 by 2, like 5. Because already it's taken by the class size. Here the class size is 5. So, now the lowest value is 27. When scaling the axis, I ask you to count the number of classes. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 classes. Then when scaling this one, take this one as the extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 extra, right? You can have more extras on the other side, on both sides, right? At least one extra value. So there are 11 classes, extra 1, 2, 3 up to 11 extra, right? It's the same way. Now we have to write the 11 extra, right? It's the same way. Now we have to write the lowest value on the axis. Now what's the lowest value here? 27. Do we write it here? No, extra. So 27. Then 32. 37. 42. 47. 52. 57. 62. 67. 72. 77. And this one is the extra value. You don't write anything there. Now you have scaled the x-axis. Now you have to draw the graph, right? As usual, we have to go to the lowest value because we start from the lowest one here. So for the mark 27, there are 2 students. 27, 2. Here we have only dots, right? No bars. 32, 3. 32, 3. 37, 6. 42, 5. 47, 8. 52, 7. 7, 6, 6. 52. 7, 57, 6, 6. Then 67, 4. 67, 4. 72, 2. 72, 2. 77, 1. 77, 1. Okay, we have marked the dots, right? Midpoints. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 dots are there. Then take your ruler and join these dots. Take your ruler. Now, can we stop at this place? No. Why? There's a condition. What is the condition? Here. The polygon should touch the x-axis. This is the polygon and it should touch the x-axis. Now, earlier when we joined the midpoints in the bar graph, we got the midpoint here because we marked all the midpoints in the bars. Now here, what's the next one? 27, this one. 32, this one. For this value, here. Not the midpoint, right? Not the midpoint means middle of this class. Not here, this corner one. Join. Okay. This side also 77. Then this next value will be actually 82. You have to mark like this. This will be the frequency polygon. Okay, draw an arrow. Frequency polygon using the midpoints. Frequency polygon using the midpoints. See the important thing, 27, not here, not in the middle, right? If you mark join here, then it's wrong. This corner one, here in this corner. So that's the frequency polygon drawn using the midpoints themselves. All right. Now, what you have to do is take the past papers, five past papers, And you have already drawn the histograms. On the histograms, draw the polygons, right? And there you'll have to when giving marks, it should be like this. This is the one. The histogram is like this, and here you will have to mark all the midpoints here, and this is the extra value, midpoint here, extra value, midpoint here, join, right? So marks will be given like this. Drawing of the graph, 1 mark. Writing the name in the graph and putting the arrow on the polygon, right, on the line graph, 1 mark. Touching the x-axis in the correct place, mid value here, 1 mark. This mid value, 1 mark. Altogether 4 marks for this one. Okay, and for this polygon, all 9 points. What are the 9 points? Here we have to put, what do we have to put here? Midpoints, right? So naming the axis, 1, 2, correct scaling the axis, 3, 4, scaling this one, 5, 6, 7, drawing the graph, 8, naming the graph, 9, and how you touch the x-axis, this corner, 9, 10, and this corner, 11. So that 4 plus this 11, 15. So you'll get marks for these examples, right, for these practice problems for the polygon out of 15. Okay, draw them and get photos and submit. So today we discussed how to draw a frequency polygon using a histogram. Here we took real limits on the x-axis and frequencies on the y-axis. First we drew the histogram and then we marked the midpoints and joined them. Second one is using the midpoints themselves. We got the midpoints on the x-axis and frequencies on the y, and then we drew the line graph. Okay. Here I want to highlight 2 things. One is at the exam, sometimes they will mention a particular method. For example, using a histogram, draw a frequency polygon. Or using the midpoints, draw a frequency polygon. Sometimes they will not specify a particular method. Simply they will ask, draw a frequency polygon on the set of data. In that situation, you can select either this method using a histogram or using the midpoints, right? So both are correct. If they have not mentioned a particular method, you can select one of these. If they have mentioned a particular method, we have to draw accordingly. Okay, that's one point I have to mention. And the other one is now from my past experience, I have noticed that many students make mistakes when touching the x-axis, right? So remember like this. How to remember where to touch on the x-axis? When drawing the polygon on a histogram, it touches the mid value of the extra class. If you are using this method, when drawing the polygon on a histogram, it should touch the mid value of the extra class here, mid value of the extra class. So we can take if it is a histogram, I mean, if you are using that method, drawing a histogram, and you will have to touch the mid value of the extra class. So we'll say his me. We'll take this, then you can say, remember like this, his me. His me means when if you are drawing the polygon using a histogram, touch the mid value of the adjoining class, extra class, right? That's his me. The other one is when drawing the line graph, it touches the corner limit of the extra class. When drawing the line graph here, it touches the corner limit of the extra class, not the midpoint there, right? Corner limit. So line graph, corner limit. Line co. Right? Remember like this. This is not the theory. It's we call these as synonyms. Upadi langa nave gihin wage uttura dakuna. So likewise, remember his me. If you are using histogram, mid value of the extra class. If you are using the line graph, the corner limit, line co. Okay.